Hello Cancer, this is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts with a mini reading focused on today, February 22nd, all the way through Sunday, February 28th. And let's take a look and see what the advice is for this week, Cancer. General, as always, guys, it will not resonate with every single person. So please do take from this what makes sense for you as always. Release the rest. If you are interested in your own personal private reading, that info is down below in the description box. And I will include a link to my deck shop. I will be featuring a bunch of my self-created decks here today, Cancer. So let's go ahead and get started and see what the advice is for this week. Starting things off with the Thinking Man Oracle. This is the Volume 1 version. We'll grab a card from the Woman's Intuition Oracle, and then we'll grab a card from the He Said, She Said Oracle deck. All right, guys, and of course, cross-watchers are welcome. Let's take a look and see what the advice is for the upcoming days. For this week, starting things off with the masculine. What is the divine masculine feeling right now? All right, Cancer, for your mini reading. For those watching for a masculine, let's take a look. You trigger me in good and not so good ways. Okay, so maybe right now, your masculine definitely feeling triggered by something going on in the connection, whether you guys are together and having some issues or in separation, and they're feeling triggered perhaps by memories or conversations that you guys might have had or whatever happened at the end of the day to break you guys up. Okay, so let's go ahead and add a card on behalf of the feminine now. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Cancer. For this mini reading for the week, I'm guided to this one. Your eyes tell me what your mouth can't say. So even though you might have a masculine here, my feminines, who isn't communicating everything that they're feeling and what they're going through or whatever is triggering them specifically, you're still able to really pick up off of that. You know, their eyes are very expressive perhaps. So even though they're not saying it, you're feeling it, you're seeing it. Okay, let's see what else. So this card deck here has two messages, one for the masculine, one for the feminine. Let's grab a card here, Cancer, and see what needs to be expressed at this time. All right, guided to this one. He said, I'd love for us to have a do-over. She said, I'm not sure I can do this. I don't want us to be over, but maybe it's for the best. So it really depends on where you're at in your heart when it comes to this connection. We do have a masculine here wanting to try again, but they're also triggered somehow by whatever happened, again, between the two of you, good and not so good. Okay, but my feminines, maybe you're more on the fence as to whether this is worth giving it another try. And maybe you're feeling that at this point, it's best for you guys to just cut your losses, go your separate ways. Okay, so let's add to this with some additional insight from my Heart and Soul Love Oracle deck. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Cancer. There could have also been blockages in communication here between the two of you. But I feel this masculine is more open to trying again. Look at that. We have reach. What I would give to be able to reach out and touch you again. A tangible piece of you that I had the pleasure of knowing once. I will forever reach out for you, and maybe someday our hearts, our hands will meet again. Wow. So I kind of feel this really on behalf of the masculines here, really wanting to reach out to the feminine and start again, try again. We have words. That little button right there says you are loved. This card reads, life can be harsh, love even harsher. Words pack a punch, and sometimes it breaks skin. We start to believe those painful, awful, hurtful words and eventually convince ourselves that it's true. You are more than those words. The right love simply needs to remind you of that. If this person really is meant for you, if you guys are meant for each other, Hopefully there can be healing that happens here over time. We have a masculine who's open to the possibilities of a reunion. Maybe my feminines, you're not quite ready for that. It could have been a very painful breakup for some of you. Maybe you just need a little bit more time. We do have insignificant here, which might also be for my feminines why you're not so open to the possibilities of a reconciliation. So take it only if it makes sense. This card says insignificant. I feel so insignificant, so small. You treated me like an afterthought, like I didn't matter, always putting me last on your priority list. I feel like I'm being sucked into this never-ending abyss of darkness and sadness. You've knocked me down for the last time. No one will ever make me feel this small ever again. So if you're able to relate to this, whether you are masculine or feminine, if somebody made you feel insignificant in their life and maybe they didn't realize what they had when they had it, didn't appreciate the connection, didn't appreciate you when you were a part of their life, or vice versa, you know, so I feel there's a lot of wounds here that definitely need healing. That's what I'm getting for the two of you. And it's interesting that this is the next card, broken. I ran away from you because I was afraid. I've given my heart before and my heart was broken. I don't know how not to run. All I do is run from love. I've gotten so used to the pain. I'm almost numb to it. Maybe, just maybe, I'll give it one more try, which is really quite telling here because I kind of feel this now for my feminines, but again, take it for whoever it's resonating with, because going back to this message from the feminine, she said, I'm not sure I can do this. I don't want us to be over, but maybe it's for the best. So you might have a change of heart once you have fully healed from whatever's happened here. And maybe you have a different perspective on how to see things when things kind of calm down and the dust settles a little bit. Maybe you'll be more open to giving this another try, because we do have a masculine clearly indicating and letting you know, my feminines, I'd love for us to have a do-over. If you can get onto the same page as your masculine, my feminines, if you're willing to give it one more try, then maybe you guys can give it another chance to bloom and grow into something special here. And then we have joy. So this card reads, it really was love at first sight the moment I saw you. From that first glance that I knew was meant for only me, the brush of your hand against mine, your heartwarming smile, and everything about you that brings me joy beyond measure. Thank you for choosing me for life. And maybe you guys will choose each other again. Okay? So let's add to this with some additional guidance from my silhouettes deck here, Cancer. We'll add to that. You guys could have had a painful breakup. Or maybe it was an on and off type situation because somebody was broken. And you guys trigger each other in different ways. We have nightfall. That might mean something to some of you guys, where maybe you and this person were night owls and you guys interacted more so in the night rather than during the day. This card does read, there's nothing to be afraid of as long as you're with me. As long as you guys can work on this partnership together, that darkness of the night can possibly be lifted for you guys to find happiness again. We have stillness coming through. When we're surrounded by life's overwhelming demands on our time, our space, our obligations, our relationships, sometimes all you need is a minute to catch your breath to find yourself again. And if this is what you're needing here, Cancer, take all the time that you need, because you don't want to rush your healing. It's something that really you can't rush. It's going to happen on its own time. If you feel you would be better off away from your person right now, then you need to honor how you're feeling. We do have the autumn season reflected here that could play a very significant role for some of you time frame wise. September, October, November. Signs for this card: Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, and Sagittarius. That could be your person right there. You could have those signs in your chart as well. Either this is when you guys met, broke up, last time you spoke, or heading into the autumn season of this year. Maybe that's when communication can happen. Okay, so let's add some messages from the tarot deck here. I'm going to go ahead and use my tarot teacher. So for Cancer, angels and spirit guides, Is there a way for you guys to work this out and overcome the obstacles that you guys have had to deal with? We do have the Five of Swords, but it was coming up this way on my desk, so I feel it might have been wanting to come up reversed. That's going to be the way I'm going to interpret it this time. So Swords energy picking up off of Air, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, and we already have Libra reflected from the Autumn card right there. Okay, so Five of Swords in the reverse actually represents a peaceful resolution that you guys are able to reconcile, because the desire to reconcile with the Five of Swords in the reverse, that's exactly what it's referring to. Ending the conflicts between the two of you, finally ready for forgiveness. We do have the Page of Cups here, cups representing your own Cancer energy. So there is this very curious energy with the Page of Cups. Maybe you're really curious as to what's going on with your person, but it could also represent a very happy, unexpected surprise from your person. Maybe they'll reach out when you least expect it. Could it happen this week? Absolutely. Anything is possible. This can also represent romantic proposals, engagements, and plans for future marriage. Maybe you guys have even talked about that. And that's the type of vibe that I pick up from this card right here. You know, for choosing this person for life, lifetime commitment. For those focused on a masculine, perhaps your masculine is coming in as this King of Cups, or Cancer, you represent the masculine energy here, focusing on this vibe of the King of Cups for yourself. You're now emotionally balanced. You are somebody that cares and loves your person, and perhaps you are ready to open up your heart to another opportunity to start again, able to offer that cup of love to the one that you love. We do have the Eight of Cups here, so it could have been you that walked away from a situation that maybe you just felt there was something going on there, that it just wasn't right for you at the time. Communication could have been stifled. Your person might have hurt you. For whatever reason, you had to walk away and leave it behind. And maybe that's why for now, you just need stillness in your life. You just need peace and quiet to catch a moment to just breathe and figure things out and to heal whatever part of you needs it, especially if you're the one that was broken to begin with. This could represent your person as well. Okay, so there is this desire for a reunion. Despite where you guys are at right now, there's the possibility that you can come back together later on. Okay, so let's grab some time frames here for you, Cancer. I do get a lot of people asking when something will happen. The thing with that is time is constantly changing because it's fluid. And on top of that, everybody's got their own free will. So there's just no way to really pinpoint exactly when something will happen, but we could certainly look at the possibilities of time frames here. So I'm going to go ahead and use my Time Traveler Oracle deck for that, okay? So Cancer, if you have a when question, go ahead and focus on that. Think about it as I shuffle. We'll go ahead and grab a few cards from this deck. When will something happen? And it doesn't just have to pertain to your love life. It could be anything. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. Divine timing. So it's going to happen really when it's meant to happen. It can't be rushed. Okay? That good old divine timing. Look at this one. It might take years. That could apply towards your healing journey. It could take years for you to get over what's happened here between you and your person. And again, divine timing, sometimes it's very difficult to just allow things to unfold the way they're meant to because it doesn't go at the pace that we want it to. That's why it's divine timing, you know? And for some of you, clearly, it might take a very long time. And you're not meant to put your life on hold waiting for something or someone. You're meant to live your life. So do what feels right for you, you know? That could also have something to do with that Eight of Cups. Maybe you've waited a long time already and nothing's happening and therefore you're walking away. Maybe this is the week that you finally decide to take control and walk away because nothing's going on there. Okay, that could be for some of you. We have August coming through as well. So this August, something significant might happen in your life or between you and your person. This could be the month that maybe your person's birthday is at. Okay, so take that for how it makes sense. And the bottom of the deck is it will happen on a Tuesday. So today's Monday. Something could happen as soon as tomorrow for some of you guys. Who knows, right? So just allow life to happen and see what comes in for you. So to wrap it up here, Cancer, we're going to grab a song from my Heart Songs deck. If you're not familiar with the song, see if you resonate with the lyrics of that song. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Cancer. What's the song for this week? One song for this week for Cancer. We have Gravity by Sarah Bareilles. The lyrics read, "Something always brings me back to you. It never takes too long. No matter what I say or do, I'll still feel you here till the moment I'm gone. You hold me without touch. You keep me without chains. I never wanted anything so much than to drown in your love." So whoever it is that you're thinking about, if you guys are in separation, they're always drawn back to you no matter what. You guys are like two magnets that constantly are gravitated towards each other. So if you can actually find it in your heart to forgive, to be open to a reconciliation, maybe there's still a chance here, Cancer. They definitely want to reach out to you. And they want a do-over, especially the masculine here. I'd love for us to have a do-over. So my feminine's a little bit more apprehensive as far as trying again, but you know, it's totally up to you where you take this. The possibility of a reunion, it's here. Okay, so that's where I'm going to leave it, Cancer, for whatever part of this reading made sense for you. I do hope it helps you out this week. If you are interested in your own reading, that info is down below. That's it for now, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.